So hopefully I'm streaming right now. I'll just go and check on YouTube that that is actually the case. So stressed, man. But yeah, um, is there anyone who's watching this stream? No, right? How will I get to know? I think I should have like a monitor where I should be able to find these things. But anyway, coming back. So thank you so much for watching this video later on, or if you're on the stream, amazing. But today I'm going to create a new URL shortener service using Ruby on Rails, which is basically going to be a very simple service. You just um, come to the site and then enter the URL, enter if you want a specific key or if you don't, and press enter, and you get a URL that you can then just use, and that redirects you to the original URL that you have put in. So let's get started. I'll be using Heroku for deployment, and I was just reading up on how to create a new app and everything. But before that, let's create a new Rails new shortener service. Let's just call it shortener, and I'll use Postgres as my database. And there was a permission denied. Why? I can't create. Okay, you know why? Because I changed my account. But anyway, now that we are here, pwd, which is okay. So I just need to run Rails new shortener, and -d. I'll use Postgres equal, or Postgres, whatever you want to call it. And this is quick. Hopefully webpack will take time, which is fine for us. We'll go and get inside while this thing is running, and I'll be like sublime dot. So I'll open the sublime text over here, and as you can see, we have a bunch of these things. They're just lying around. Okay, so this has opened a standard, created a standard Rails project with the git ignore and everything, and it's ignoring the master key, so we can actually use the Rails thing. Let's see. Okay, so this thing is still running. So in the meanwhile, what I will need is a model, so I'll generate a model using this command, will generate model, and the model will be redirect. The redirect will accept a URL which is a string, and it will have a slug. We will not have any sort of user account management or anything, so it's going to be very simple. Just one model which has a URL and a slug. And why don't I go ahead and create a scaffold out of this? Why should I wait and build everything by my hand? So this is where the power of Rails actually comes through, and this thing has succeeded. So I'll just go and create a scaffold called redirect, and it has a URL and a slug. Hopefully this should happen pretty soon, and we already have something. So I'll just need to be like bundle exec Rails has I just wanted to run on 0.0.0.0 for some reason, and it says okay, obviously because I'm not in the shortener directory. Now I'm in the shortener directory. It has Rails running, but it's already being used. Bind is already being used somewhere. I'm guessing OBS is using it, which is why it's causing us problems. Let's not use 0.00. Okay, port 3000 is being used. Okay, who is using port 3000? um let's use 4000. Okay, so it turns out the problem was port 3000 was being used, and here I am. I'll just go and be like localhost port, sorry, 4000, and it says role videos does not exist, obviously because I haven't created the DB yet. So rails DB create, and it says role videos does not exist, and this is a Postgres error, and honestly I don't know how to fix this. So what I'll do is I'll open google.com. I directly use DuckDuckGo, but one step at a time, so I'll just use Google for now, and I just have to create, let's see if I have access to Postgres here. PSQL role videos does not exist. PSQL could not connect to server, role does not exist. This is the problem that I'm facing, and I want to know the solution for this, and I'm guessing I don't know what the solution will be. Okay, so it says role Postgres blah 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 blah. If you install using Homebrew, see the comment. I think I installed using Homebrew, that would be the problem. So there's this create user. Let's see if I can use this. Oh, it's for Postgres, very good. So Postgres create user with all privileges. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Create user without password. Is there a way so that I don't need to enter password every time I'm trying to do something? Let's see. Okay, I think it's going to be tricky, so let's just create user, not Postgres, videos. Okay, sudo -u Postgres create user videos, unknown user Postgres. Okay, not a problem. So this can be solved by this. Nice. Now sudo -u show.lival, and then I'll be like PSQL database does not exist. But why is it opening the database? This is getting embarrassing now, but it's okay. And the fans of my Mac. How to manage Postgres password and all. Postgres grant all privilege to create. Was this create user with super user privilege? This is what I wanted. Now, why am I spending so much time on getting this thing right? Mostly because if I can get this right, next time whenever I try to create a new Rails project, it will just work like that. So this is not the main account that I use on this computer. So the other account where I've done that, what happens is I just write Rails new -d and then PostgreSQL, and it just automatically connects to the database and creates tables, creates, it has all the access and everything. So why is the internet so slow today? Is it because I'm streaming? It should not be that slow, but anyway. Okay, no one's watching, not a problem. Okay, I don't know the password, but hmm, create user interactive. So okay, remove user. How do I remove a user? Let me just think about how to removing a user in Postgres. So it's simple drop user. So let me just try this. I'm very bad at Postgres. Hmm. Hyphen U. What does hyphen small u does? It's just capital U here. PSQL could not connect database does not exist. PSQL could not connect database does not exist. I'll just search on Google. Yep, this is exactly what is happening. So I just need to create DB, and now this is working. Okay, good. I'm inside. Now I need to delete a user. Delete a Postgres user. Live debugging. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But yeah, this is where I am. I thought I'll be done by the with the stream by this point. But here I am just trying to do configuration. Okay. Array, delete a Postgres user. Drop user. So one thing that I've seen is it's very difficult to follow along the sorry, videos. Phew. And now I just need to do create user interactive videos. Yes, nice. Yes, pwd, sorry, very good. Now I have this thing, so now I just need to be like tv create, yeah, and this should hopefully create the database. It did create the database. Okay, so now that I have a database, it says migrations are pending, and because I had run the scaffolding, so the migrations must be pending now. So let's just see what the migration we have. We have a URL and we have a slug. So for this slug I need an index. I need to set an index and unique constraint as well, and yep, that is it. I don't need anything else, so I will like else db migrate. So now this should migrate in no time. And it did. It did take some time, but that's okay. Now that the migrations are done, can we do this? Yep. Yay, you're on Rails. Amazing. But since we have created what redirects, so I can just go be like redirects, and this should open a simple Rails redirect shortener. So why don't I do something? I can just go on DuckDuckGo and search for, I don't know what, URL shorteners. Actually, this DuckDuckGo is a big name, right? So I can be like duckduckgo.com. I can just copy this and enter this and be like ddg. This is the redirect that I want to create. So I just click on create redirect, and we have a database entry, as you can see from here. Few things, not a big fan of the UI right now, but we can obviously make some changes to that. So simple thing that we need to do over here now is whenever I open this URL, localhost port 4000/ddg, this should redirect. Now this logic we have not written, and the logic is going to be very simple. We just need a route. So this is a get URL, get request, and we have a slug, and we will go and I have to open routing because I forgot the syntax. But yeah, this is something that we will do. To what? Redirects controller. I'll create redirect is, it could be a special keyword, bad naming, I would say. Slug, let's just call it slug. So I can open the redirect controller now and create a new method called slug. So here what we will have is we'll get params and we'll get a slug over here, and let's just call this URL slug, because slug is already defined. So bad. And what I'll do is I'll just render this text, which is the URL slug that we are getting. So now instead of a no route match error, we should get some value, and it says, oops, yep, so we are getting a DDG slug over here. So instead of that, all we need to do is, because this was a scaffolding, so what happens with scaffolding is it creates a model which basically saves the data. It creates the controller, which is useful for stuff, and it creates views, and the views have some sort of predefined templating to them. So this is the templating that we have got, and this templating, what it helps is, it helps us do all the CRUD things on this. So I can just show, I can edit, I can even destroy. But what I will do is, I'll be like, when we get this URL slug, I need to figure out in the redirect where slug is the URL slug, and get the first one. So the red short for redirect, we need to make sure that there's a redirect. If red, then I just redirect to red.url, else render display string in string does not exist. So let me just try out with the does not exist case first, which is, let's say, showbit does not exist, although I do exist, but yeah, boxway does not exist. Very good. And ideally the head here should be 404, I'm guessing. Yeah, is this a way to set the headers? Did that work? Network tab, it says 200, 304. What's 304? Unmodified. Okay, box soda. It says 200. Interesting. So the head does not change, but if I call this status, I believe status is the one that I'm looking for, and yes, status is the one that I'm looking for. And now for the moment of truth. DDG, we have already saved it. It should take us to duckduckgo.com, and voila. So we already have a working URL shortener. Now we just need to add some UI touch-ups to it, and I mean, those things can take a long time, and but what else do I need to do? So first things first, I'll go and change the style sheets. I do not like the scaffolding style sheets that already come with it. I really like Bootstrap more than this, but actually first thing what we should do is remove the index this thing. I don't need the index.html file. So so one thing I'm pretty sure is I want this new form to be my root URL. So root to redirects new. So this should ideally open this thing. Yep, the URL and the slug, very good. One thing is, I can use Webpacker, I assume. Do I have yarn? Yes, I do. So yarn install bootstrap. Oops, it's not npm. So as and when yarn is installing bootstrap, you can just go in the channels and just search for the pic, and I have this. So just making sure that we are including the pack, and we are, but not for the style sheets. So for style sheets, what we need to do is basically save this file, save a new file. Actually no, create a new folder called styles, and here you just save an application.scss.css. Do I need to add .css? Install package control. For some reason I don't have package control on this thing. Cool. Install package control. Did I not install package control? Apparently not. And set syntax scss. Okay. Package. Install package scss. The TextMate one. Do I need to use TextMate now? Which is the Sublime content, Sublime syntax tests. No, that's not what I want. I think this is what I want. So SCSS has been installed. Set syntax SCSS, very good. And I think I can do that same thing with the scaffold, and it works. Alright, so in the meantime, sorry, did we succeed in installing Bootstrap? Yes, we did. Now that we have Bootstrap, include Bootstrap CSS in Rails Webpacker. Whoa, nice. Using Bootstrap icons is not what I'm looking for. Dev.to is a good site. I can check that out. This is the first time I'm streaming. I've done a bunch of mistakes today. Super embarrassed right now, honestly. But and what is up with my internet? Why the fuck is it so slow? Why is it so slow? Okay, yeah, I need to add the whole list of shit, and I can just require Bootstrap, which is what I'll be doing as soon as I find it. Yep, this is what I need to do, and I need to import Bootstrap into the application SCSS. Very good. But I also need to require the style sheets in the application.js file. So which is going to be dot and style sheets. No, we have styles, and then we have application.scss. And another thing that is a good practice to have is just keep a dev server running for Webpack, so that you always get the latest things whenever you are making changes. So let me just remove a bunch of tabs. They are giving me this nightmare. Okay, in the meantime, we have a pack tag over here, so that everything is now based on the Bootstrap styling and not the other styling. And it's something, but I know what happened. I just need to go to redirect and a new, and there we have a form. So redirect and form. Before that, I think what I need over here is a div, not a dir. Div with class, oops, container, not fluid. I'll just use container, and I'll just remove this yield and put it here. And in the yield, I know I need another div. What is wrong with me? Class row. Same mistake multiple times. I think I should just stick to Hamel. Column 12. Let me just make it functional right now, and then I'll make changes to it. Oops, much better. So we have a form here, which basically needs to be, oops, form control, form group, sorry, form group, and then here we have a class which is form control, and they look so nice. Then in the submit button we need to have, I think, a class. Oh, I can't have a comma here, and this needs to be a btn success. Very good. And then coming to this back button, why do I need a back button? I don't need a back button. Very good. Create a new URL, a new short URL. Very good. One thing is, I don't want to give the users ability to edit it. So editing comes for free with the scaffold, but what I'll do is I'll remove those methods, and I don't want destroy as well, so I'll remove destroy as well. I do need a show, yeah, I don't mind a show. So I'll go to routes and add an except rule, which will be edit, update, destroy, because I don't want to support these three. Everything is working fine. I can just try another thing, bootstrap rails 6, and the slug comes like this. Now redirect was successfully created is what it is showing here, but it should look a little nicer. But, and you know why it doesn't look nice? Because it's there in the show. This is the ID notice, if you have notice and things like that. So one thing I like to do is come here and oops, if we have a notice, we'll create a div which is of class alert success, and in the div I'll just write the notice, and let me just create another URL which is for this, and I'll write dev2, and as you can see this looks much better. But now we have two notices. So for two notices, simple solution is just remove this notice. Similar to, I think, HTML.erb. Why am I getting node modules in my search result? But anyway, I think I don't even need index. It's just an admin thing. I need a show. Now for show, one thing is for show. I need to create this host, I want to say. No. So I'll go to the routes file and I'll call this a name as slug. No. Yep. I'll call it slug. And I just need to do this slug URL now, where slug is this. So this will call this method slug URL and it will generate a slug URL where the parameter value slug will be this. So if I go forward and I refresh this, you can see that I have this link functional, but this is not clickable. So how do I make this clickable? Simple link to should be fine. And I think this should do it. Okay, this is going to redirect 3 for some reason, and I know the reason. Okay. Now we have it working to the majority of extent. You can see that this edit is still there. Did I not accept it? Wow, how is that still there? I don't think I even have it. Redirect controller. There's no edit. Set redirect for edit, which is fine even. You don't need to do it. No method error, thank God. I think there was spring or something. Undefined. Oh no. The method is still there. Where? Why? Why is it still there? This is driving me crazy. I think the problem is, oops. Yeah, spring stop. Is it caching something? No method error. Okay. And this thing is working. This has never happened with me. Anyway, I should just go here and delete these files. Edit, because we're not using it, but it's working for some reason. I don't know what's going on. The action edit could not be found in this for redirect controller, and now it found the problem. Thank God. Okay. No idea what was happening. Even the accept thing is not working because I have added this to the get thing and not the resource thing. Now it's giving me an error. Wow. So let me just keep this back button, but I should take this to new redirects path, and I think it's new redirect path, not redirects path. Wow. And this is not slug, this is the URL, shortened URL. and then this will be original URL. And why not make this a link to as well? So original URL, shortened URL, go back. Going back brings me here, and bootstrap ddg bootstrap ddg will take me this. If I open this, it should take me here. Awesome. This thing looks so pretty. I think I don't need the index method as well, so I can just remove the index method as well. Does that create any problem? Not according to me. Okay, so we are basically supporting 3 routes: show, new, and create, which is okay. So if that is the case, I should remove this from here. Okay, I'm not supposed to do this anyway. All good and fine. Now let's just see what happens if we enter something which is already there. So let's say we have duckduckgo.com and I want to add ddg again. The problem is that there should be a problem because I've mentioned that it should be unique in the database, and it just allowed. What just happened? Let me just see the schema. So it says index. Okay, there's no unique constraint. And why is that so? Create redirect unique true for string apparently doesn't work. So what we can do is, for now, redirect.rb, I can just be like validates uniqueness of slug, and if I open a console and I wait for it to start, and then I open redirect.last, this is the same one. Let's just try to update the updated at. I think it should give me a problem saying that the slug already exists. Yep, false. So it's r and then r.update false, and then I need errors. The error is slug is already been taken, so I can just change the slug now to ddg1 and turn it into a string and then save, and it works again. Very good. And let's just see it worked, but let's try it again and do ddg. This should fail, and it says one error prohibited this redirect from being saved. Slug has already been taken. I think that's good enough. This is a very nice what? We have concurrent viewers. Subodh Kole, web up in 45 minutes is really possible. Yeah, bro. Thanks for coming on the stream. Now we have ddg and whatnot. So one thing that I wanted to do is basically deploy this shit. So before doing that, I just need to create a new app. To create a new app, I will do that with create new Heroku app from CLI, because I don't know How does that happen? And what I'll do is I'll basically deploy this to that app. It's simple. Heroku create example kind of a thing. Heroku create what shortener is this? shortner. Shortener. Let's see, can I create shortener? Invalid credentials provided. Okay, did I not log in? Name shortener is already taken. So is shortener taken as well? It is. I'll just keep removing till I get something. Runner. I think this will be taken. I think I can't remove anymore. So shortener can be called Chota in Hindi. So I'll be like chota.heroku.com. I think this should work. Who names their projects Chota or something like that, right? So do I have git status here? I do. Do I have git remote -b? I have Heroku. So all I need to do is git status and git dot git commit my initial commit git push Heroku master. By the way, GitHub is changing the new branch name, like a new project's first branch name to main. So I guess pretty soon will be like git push origin main, sort of a, I guess, muscle memory that we need to change over there. But let's see. While this thing is deploying, there's nothing to do. All I can do is go here and be like, Manan is there. There are 4 concurrent viewers. Wow. What's up, guys? I think I need a better system over here to just figure out, you know, when someone is chatting and when someone is not chatting. No response? But you have 5 concurrent viewers. Ravish, big fan, is up. What rubbish is this? But anyway, yeah, we must have an app over here because we just created it. OBS YouTube plugin. I'll look for that. Thanks. Shobit OP. Your Damo. Yeah, Chota is there. Let's see if it will work right out of the box. It's, I think, still deploying. So this will not work. Hello, welcome to your new app. Nothing to do but wait while this is installing on the Heroku server. So the problem with Heroku is it's pretty slow, man. If it were up to me, I think I'll probably create a VPS on DigitalOcean and then wait for these things to install while wasting my own time. I don't know what, but anyway, yeah, while this thing is uploading, I think we will sort of need to give it our master key, and there's nothing right now. So to get the master key, I'll do pb copy and config /master.key. What are other options instead of Heroku for someone new? Thanks for the question, Subodh, but There's DigitalOcean, which is basically getting you your own laptop in the cloud. Then there is AWS that you can use. AWS is pretty good. It's basically the same thing. At the end of the day, you just need a VPS that you can use. And one thing that I need to remember now is Heroku add Rails master key, because I can't really upload this master key over there. So I just need to add it as a what is it called, environment variable. And oh okay, sorry, my bad. Cat config master.key pb copy. Yeah, that is how it works. And what is up with my internet? Okay, this is how we set config as well. We don't need to worry about other shit. Heroku config set Rails master key equals Chota. So the Chota has been restarted. Donate show with better internet. I really need a better internet, yaar. Kya kare? But anyway, this is basically a new machine that I have, and on this machine I was just installing everything from scratch. So creating permissions, everything took time otherwise. So with 45 minutes I would have finished it. Let's see the status of our app. This is the first time that it's deploying, and it deployed very well. I think it's turning on, but if it has started, I think if I did everything right, this thing should work. Now this is another problem with Heroku. They don't give you enough resources. So the first time this thing is working on, it works like that, and something went wrong. So now we need to open logs, because it's saying we are sorry but something went wrong. If you're the application owner, which we are, check the logs for more information. And how do I access logs? Through this. And what is the problem? It says redirect does not exist because Heroku run Rails DB Rails DB migrate. So the problem is that whenever we create something, we have these migration files which allows us to change the schema of database, add a new table, add a new column, or and things like that. So this is the first time that we had run this, and we forgot to basically create a table on the server. So this is how we are going to do this. Rails DB migrate is usually the way to do that. And I think this should work. It's not just my internet, I think. No, the internet is slow, that is why. It's connecting to Heroku and then trying to run this. See. But if this thing works, we have this Chota shortener kind of a thing that you can just go there, add a URL, add a slug, and have your very own URL shortener. Like you can just go and be like chota.herokoweb.com/Subodh and redirect that to Subodh's Twitter profile. You can't do that with Bitly. The nice premium names have been taken. Chotu kar de. Yaar, yeah. I don't know how to do that. Let's see. Can I change the Heroku application subdomain? renaming apps from the CLI. Yep, that is possible. See, because we are running on a very small Heroku dyno, it's taking so long. It's been so long that I haven't seen your face. Surely strong. Chotu. Chotu is already taken. क्या करें? Chota is our masiya today. So we have this URL now, Chota. I'm sharing it in the chat if I know how to share. Let's just go and see what all URLs can you create. Like I can just create, let's say twitter.com /Shobit, and this is Shobit. In fact, this is S, and this thing worked. Now if I open this, it directly opens Shobit. Very nice, very nice. This shit works, bro. I can add another thing. Let's say what whose account do I want to link to? Ankur Saxena. What's up, guys? How are you guys coming here? Why don't you guys tell me something and I'll create a small short URL for that. Actually, you guys can go and create a short URL. Let's see how much data do we have on the server already. So now I'll go and log into the server and run a console command over there so that I can get access to the whole data. Again, Heroku not the best choice. I think I'll just one day. So there are 3 redirects that are already present. So let's just list them all. Plug the slug. So this S, Motu and Moody Z. And I think, oh, so Motu going to Chota app, chota.herokuapp.com/Motu will be fun. chota.herokuapp.com/Motu. What this should do is basically take us back to this URL, and then we'll get infinite redirects, and I think the server, the browser will complain at some point of time. So let's just open the network tab to see what happens. Yo. Hey man. Nice DB. So see, every time it is going and getting this thing, and then now it says the page isn't redirecting properly because it keeps redirecting to the same URL. Interesting. And there you have it, a URL shortener in 1 hour. I think I'll end the stream at this point now. Thanks everyone who joined. 6 viewers. Didn't expect this. Bye bye.